Gehenna. Barren land. No greenery. Thorn bushes, trees close to death, cloudy skies. Jack and Paul, both of you awaken in a tavern. As you look around, you see old rustic wood, shoddy furniture, as if it hasn't been kept up the past 10, 15 years. Both of your eyes awake.
Where am I? What is this place? Who are you?
I'm Jack. Who are you?
My name is Paul. I'm old. What's the last thing you remember?
I don't know. Darkness.
Looking around, do we see anyone else?
You are in a bedroom area of the tavern. All you see in there is 2 beds, 2 end tables, a bookcase filled with old books that are covered in dust, and a door in the far left corner.
I'm gonna walk over to. You said there's are there any cabinets, any drawers, anything that we can open? Look inside.
In the end table, there is a drawer.
I hobble over, open the drawer.
In there is a piece of paper.
I lift it up. Oh, I can't read this. I hand it over to you.
As he was getting up and searching the drawer, I was inspecting myself. Did I see any markings?
You don't see any markings. It looks as if brand new. Any scars you've had, everything is all fixed.
I'll reach out and grab the book. Am I able to read?
Oh, the paper?
Paper.
It's in red ink, and it just says, "Find the barkeeper."
Find the barkeep?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Do you also want to describe what Paul is seeing?
Yeah. You see a fairly tall, slim figure, about 6'2", 180. You can't get too many details because they are covered in a full cloak, as well as a mask.
I am Jack. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I was damaged in battle. Did we rent a room?
I don't know. I don't remember anything. To find the barkeep is what the letter says. So, does this kind of thing happen to you often?
I'd say this is the first. I travel a lot, but typically I know where I'm at.
Well, when you get older like me, then you'll start to misplace things and you won't know so much where you are from time to time.
Where are you supposed to be?
Oh, I was making my way down to the coast. I'm a cleric. And you see me, I just randomly, pull up a fork out of my robes and just show you, you're supposed to know what this means. And then I put the fork back.
Well, what do I see when I look at Paul, by the way?
Super old, absolutely covered in wrinkles. He's got white facial hair, wearing a little bit of a hat. You could see bits of white hair poking out around it. He walks around with this perpetual squint, like he should be wearing glasses, but he's not. He's kind of hobbled over a little bit. He's wearing these long robes, and he probably should be carrying a walking stick, but right now all you've seen him produce is a fork. Well, I'm gonna go check the door. And I hobble, over to the door, see if I can open it.
It opens right up.
Looking out into the hallway or next room, what do I see?
You just see a long hallway. Looks magical, as if it goes on forever. And you just see door on both sides. and that's to the right.
I look to the left.
2 doors on each side, and then you can tell that there is a stairwell that goes down.
I look back at you. Well, it's what I was most scared about. Stairs.
I know how you're feeling.
And I will stand up, and you hear just popping and clinking from my lower torso.
Oh, yeah, that happens to me from time to time. And I move my shoulder and you just hear... Well, we could go downstairs, but I might need some help getting down the stairs, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'd say 2 old geezers are better than 1.
Before we start walking toward where the stairwell is, I'm just going to yell out, "Hello? Is anybody here?
Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? It just keeps echoing.
Yes, there's 2 of us here."
Yes, there's 2 of us here.
I turn to you. Maybe we should go down the hall. It sounds like people can help us.
Can I roll a perception?
Can you help? Help.
13.
You can perceive that
It's an echo.
it's an echo.
I'm sorry, my ears sometimes aren't so good. Maybe it's best we go down the stairs.
That might be for the best. We can always try to come back up if we need to.
I'm going to start walking, just nod, start hobbling over to where the top of the stairs are.
As you look down, the stairwell it doesn't look in good shape. It looks dilapidated. With every step, you're afraid that the floor below you is going to break. But once you reach the bottom of the stairs, you are in a tavern. It's filled with thugs and rough-looking people. You look in the corner, and there's guys arm wrestling and throwing, their arms down. Gambling going over in this corner. In the far corner, you can see what you seem to think is a man and a woman having sex, but you can't really discern.
This is disgusting.
This is my kind of place.
Before I walk down the stairs, by the way, I casted guidance on myself. It's a cantrip.
What does
It just gives me extra D4 if I needed to add anything going down the stairs. But basically, you just see me, put my hand up against my chest, and for very briefly, there's this kind of flash that goes over me. Like I'm casting a spell on myself before I go downstairs, just to be safe. Then I hobble down the stairs, kind of one hand on you as I'm going down. And then once I get down to the bottom, where's the bartender? Looking around the room for a bar and a tender.
roll investigation?
With disadvantage?
You're squinting, so
That one was a 19, and if you needed me to roll, that one was a 3. Or a 4, sorry.
so disadvantage for 4.
I think they're having sex.
As you look around the room, the person you believe to be the bartender is over arm wrestling.
I hobble over to the guy arm wrestling. I was told to find you.
Who do you think you are?
Paul!
Well, Paul, if you want to talk to me, you guys sit down here and arm wrestle.
No. Are you the bartender?
I don't know. Only way to tell is to arm wrestle here.
Is there a chair?
Yeah, there's a chair right there.
I fumble around for a chair. I sit down very, very slowly. Pop, pop, as I'm sitting down. You want to arm wrestle me?
Let's do it, old timer.
I put one shaky little hand I'm ready when you are, young whipple. I used to cut down trees before I got old.
Roll a d20.
I'll stand behind.
I rolled a natural 19, -1.
I'm just standing behind the pole the whole time.
Do you want me to roll a disadvantage?
Roll a disadvantage.
I rolled a natural 20 on this one.
He rolled a 1. Hey, you gotta be cheating here. Is that what you are? You a cheating kind of guy?
No.
The man stands up.
I'm sorry that you're weak, little bitch.
He approaches you, and he's going to attempt to push you out of the chair.
Oh, Jesus.
He rolled a 4.
What do you want me to roll?
Well, what's your armor class?
11.
So he goes to push you, and he just kind of falls onto you.
No. Stop.
I'm going to try to push the barkeep back into his chair.
Roll for initiative.
You want me to roll as well?
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
11.
The man and the other man that he was arm wrestling come close to you. Paul, you said 19?
Yes.
You go first.
I'm just gonna touch him. Where you said he fell on top of me, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna touch him on the back of the head, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds. And I rolled a natural 20 plus 6. So that is 19 points of, I guess, necrotic damage? Yep, 3d10 necrotic damage.
After you touch him, you can see almost like a black thing go across his face as it's almost like rotting his flesh. He pushes away from you, and Derek, now it's...
I'm going to go to his buddy and unleash a flurry of blows. That is a 12.
It misses. Randy, the one that you just touched, he is going to grab a glass bottle, smash it, and then come after you. 17? Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
He does 6 points of damage.
Okay.
He comes and slices across your chest, and the one that you went to go punch, Dandy.
Randy and Dandy.
After dodging your punches, he's going to cock back and just try to jab you right in the face. And he rolled a 5. Missing, he goes right past your head and kind of falls into you, then retreats back and is still on a ready phase.
Back up to me. Okay, so with Randy, I'm going to first do Sacred Flame. I'm just going to put this flame in my hand and throw it at him. It's a dexterity saving throw of 14.
16.
Okay, so that does nothing, but as a bonus, I'm going to do Spiritual Weapon, and I'm going to create in between me and him a floating rocking chair, and it's just going to rock over him quickly, and it's here for a minute. So I guess I roll a hit. Natural 1. So he just sits in the rocking chair.
Yeah, you summon the rocking chair, and you go and you sit down and start rocking until the rocking chair disappears and you stand back up.
It's good for a minute.
You are still rocking.
I kind of forget that we're fighting as I'm rocking. And I'm just, I start to kind of close my eyes and doze off a little.
Don't get you comfortable.
I will rush at Dandy again, and this time I will attempt 2 unarmed strikes. That'll be a 15 and a 19.
Both hit.
That'll be 9 total damage. And the first one will be a punch. The second one is going to be an open palm. I'm going to hit him in the chest, and you can see a beam of yellow light. If you could roll a dex saving throw.
20. Not a natural 20. So
Dandy will feel a pulse of energy, but will be able to reflect it and still stay standing.
with the first punch, he's taken back, and as that open palm strike hits him, it sends him back about a foot. He doesn't take any damage from that hit, but it sends him back and he's staggered. With that, Randy is going to come around seeing the guy, Paul, in the rocking chair.
Oh no.
He is going to try to jab at you. Randy comes in, guns blazing, going to swipe and gets Paul right in the side of the neck with the glass bottle, and you can see the bottle is in your neck, and it's actually leaking blood out the end of the bottle. And he does 17 points of damage.
I'm unconscious. I pass out in my rock. And it's good. I think it's concentration spell, so it disappears then, and then I just collapse onto the ground. And you just hear a little... Beat the shit out of an old guy because he beat him in arm wrestling. Murdered an old guy.
Dandy sees Randy go in for the kill. Goes, Randy, stop! You gotta stop that. You're gonna cause too much heat. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. He goes and he pushes Randy out. Not before, as he's going, he kicks the bottle further into your neck. And
does that count one saving throw down?
So, interesting thing with today's campaign, when you drop to 0 HP, you're done. You're dead. Okay. So, when he kicks it, it goes further and it dislodges, and the bottle is no longer in your neck. Randy and Dandy run out, along with some of the other members in the tavern. So Paul is lying there, unconscious.
I rush over and call out,
Can anyone help him?
As you yell out, a breath of life comes into you. You feel your neck, and the wound is healed.
Yeah, you better run.
What are you?
After that breath, you start to feel stronger. You level up.
And I kind of crack my arms and my knuckles a little bit. We won.
You look better.
I feel better.
My turn.
I pick up the bottle. And I just inspect it. Is my blood still on it?
Yeah.
Well, this is very odd. I don't know. I start looking around the room again, and you notice around this time that the fork that I had is fallen off my person and is just laying on the ground, and I'm now holding a bottle the way that I was holding the fork before. Was that the bartender?
From behind the bar approaches a man. That was quite the show you put on there.
Thank you.
My name is Swiper. I'm the barkeep of this establishment. I hear that you're looking for me.
Yes.
Are you both new here?
We woke up here. Are you new here?
I've been here for many years.
I don't look very new, though, do I there, Sonny?
No, you don't, but that's, spend some more time here and it'll get better.
Well, we'll see how much time I have left. Looking at me, I'm sure it doesn't look like I have a whole lot, but... I look down at the bottle again. Just kind of pause. I'm just very quiet.
I'm going to walk over to the fork that had fallen, pick it up, and hand it to Paul.
What's this?
I guess we'll see.
Okay. I put the fork in my pocket and just kind of look at the guy.
All the newcomers here, I'll give you the laydown. What you need to do is go and find the old man in the tower. As soon as you walk out, you won't be able to miss it. It's a large ivory tower in the distance. Inside, you'll meet a man, and he will give you instructions on what to do next.
What is your name?
Like I said, my name was Swiper.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Paul.
Paul, it's nice to meet you. But I'll probably never see you again.
Well, you never know. Sometimes our paths cross and recross, like figure skaters.
He's just kind of look at you and
Swiper. I pull out a little piece of paper that I have on the inside of my cloak, and I start reading it word for word. Do you have time to learn about our Lord and Savior?
Okay, Paul, I think it's time to go to the tower.
Do you have an idea as to what my god would be? I left it open-ended.
when you look at the paper and the name of the god, it just looks jarbled. You can't make it out.
Do you have time to learn about a god? Subversion?
I do not have time.
He will save your soul and give you powers like this. And I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on him. It doesn't change him whatsoever because he's not dying. And basically, if he goes to 0 HP, it just keeps him from going unconscious. So maybe he feels rejuvenated in some way, but it doesn't really do anything immediately.
You say that, and he is kind of taken back by what you just did, and he turns around and walks away. Both of you roll a perception.
12.
0.
You all have noticed as he's walking away and he goes to open the door doesn't open, but he goes through. And Jack, you notice nothing.
I'm intent staring at the alcohol behind the bar.
That was interesting. Who was that guy?
I think his name was Swiper?
Huh. What did he want us? He said about a tower, right?
Yes. Apparently we should be able to see it right outside.
What race are you? Are you a...
Don't worry. I'm just like you.
Why? You're like me.
Yes.
You're a human?
Yes.
Insight check. 16. Are you actually human?
You feel as if he wholeheartedly is telling the truth. He believes.
Well, good. In a place like this, I don't know who to trust. If you end up being one of the other kinds of people that are in this world, then maybe we'd have a problem, but...
No, don't worry.
I will grab any half-empty glass on the bar.
Look, I can do this.
And will try to down it as it goes through the mask. You can see tiny splotches appear on the cloak.
What? See, I'm human. But what are the other ones? What are the ones you don't like?
You're human because you spilled stuff?
Yeah, I drank it.
Other things can drink stuff. It's fine. It's fine. I turn around and walk out the door.
And I will try to follow him outside.
He catches up to me very, very quickly.
As the both of you open up, you go outside, you said. Mm-hmm. As you open up the door, what you see is just dirt. There's no walkway. It's just dirt. The soil is missing all of the nutrients. It's rocks and dead trees. It's cloudy, so there's no bit of sun. It's so down. You see a row of buildings, and directly in front of you is a large ivory tower with what seems to be at the very top a source of light, almost as if it's calling off as a beacon.
It's beautiful out here. isn't it?
Someone's compensating for something. I point up at the tower. They used to make penis jokes when I was younger. Is that still something that the kids do nowadays?
I would assume so. I always found them hilarious.
Me too. So that is where we're supposed to go?
Yes.
Is it like a long walk? Can you... This is kind of embarrassing for me to ask, but do you think you could carry me just a little ways? As you can see, I'm old.
Of course, I can do my best.
I crawl into his arms.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Roll a strength check.
12.
You go to pick up Paul, and for being an old, frail little guy, you are really kind of struggling. You can hear your motors really working to try and hold him up, but you're able to hold him, and you can start to walk if you want.
Looking around, do we see anyone else out here?
You see in the buildings, windows shutting, people rushing and trying to get inside, almost as if they're afraid of you.
Oh, now this one takes me back. I guess while we're here, do you mind taking me to the closest building out here?
Do you
There's some work I have to do.
right now?
Yeah, on the way. Might as well.
I mean, it's not like we have anything else.
So there's that one right there, if you don't mind.
Wait, the one that those people just ran into.
Yeah, they always do that. Went into top knot for a second.
You can see on the front of the building, it has a small wooden sign that just says GS.
Yep, this place will do. I'm gonna crawl down from his arms, hobble over to the doorway.
So he picked you up. Walk like 2 steps and then
I get down and walk over to the door. I look at you. Thank you. Start hobbling over to the door, and then I knock on it with my broken, bloody glass thing. And as I'm knocking, I'm pulling out the card with the other hand.
Come in.
Oh, I look back and I just kind of raise my eyebrows a couple times at you, and then I put the glass away, keeping the paper out, and I try to open the door.
Do you push or pull?
I push.
It doesn't do anything.
I pull. It's locked. All right, I walk inside.
You see just old items. Yeah, everything is just covered in dust as if it's been there for years. There's an old man behind the table. Come in. What can I do you for?
Hello, I see you are a experienced individual just like myself.
Experience, you could say that. I've been around many moons.
Do you have a few minutes to talk about your soul?
I have all the time in the world.
Ooh, well, we used to think that when we were younger, didn't we? Anyway, I look down at my paper. Hello, sir. I was wondering if you had a few minutes to talk about our Lord and Savior, do ya?
Well, are you gonna buy anything?
I'm more here to, sell you something. Eternal happiness and such.
I don't have time for that.
You just said you had all the time in the world.
Yes, but I don't have time for that. I don't need eternal happiness.
If you are to follow God, then you will have been granted powers like this. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. And I'm just going to point in a random direction in his house.
Does it produce a fire? Like, is it like a fireball? Or?
Yeah. Flame-like radiance.
You produce the flame and throw it over into the back left corner. It hits the counter there next to some potions. The counter itself catches on fire.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit! We might need to get out here now. We gotta go.
But your house, it's burning.
Well, it's right next to those potions that'll blow up, so he tries to come over and get you to safety.
I'm old. Let me just walk out.
The potions explode.
I take 47 points of damage and die again.
At that time, once I hear the explosion, my interest was piqued when I saw the fire. Now the explosion has gone off, I am dashing inside after having fiddled with my cloak since Paul had kind of disturbed it, getting down.
As you approach, you see a man laying on the ground, and Paul also laying on the ground. Charcoal. His white beard is just riddled with black soot. What are you going to do when you walk in?
Immediately go to Paul and inspect him. Check him out. Is he still alive?
You got it. Stop doing that.
You gain one more level.
Seeing this, I immediately direct my attention to the general store manager, but I am not rushing over. I assume the same thing's going to happen.
All you see is he was trying to shield Paul, and as the explosion came, it burnt all the side of his face, and he just lays there. No movement, no breathing, just still.
I will pat on the body.
Okay, buddy. Your turn now. Hello? Paul.
I tried to tell him that if he followed this god, then he would be fine and he would live forever, but no. So I tried to show him. I walk over to, is there anything of value left in this room?
Everything is all blown up. It's charred. You don't really...
Nothing looks intact. Anything.
You might be able to make out a couple swords, maybe a backpack that's just very charred. It's lost a lot of its integrity from the explosion. And as you're in there, you can see things are still smoldering. You guys still are in a building that's on fire.
I kneel down next. Oh, it's still on fire.
It's still on fire.
Can you help me get him outside?
Sure. Leave it to me. Grab whatever you need.
Okay. I'm going to find whatever's closest and take it.
Find a ring.
I take the ring.
It's like a toe ring.
Oh, God.
I'm really confused at first because it doesn't seem to be fitting on any of my fingers, and eventually I just force it onto my pinky, and it's like on the first knuckle.
I will take the shopkeep out and just lay him outside his hut. As Paul is searching with his back to me, if anybody would be watching, they would see a red dot on his back.
On Jack's back?
On Paul's back. As I'm looking at him. And then once he turns back around and shows me the ring, it's gone before he can see it.
What did you get there?
Huh?
Did you find anything?
Everything was destroyed. I found this ring. It's a little bit small, but, it brings out my eyes.
Yes, I guess so.
Anyway, I'm going to pull out some incense from my bag, and just right in front of this burning house, I'm actually going to use the house to light the incense and, like, put it around the body, and I'm going to cast Speak with Dead.
As you cast a spell, the shopkeep key ends up as if, the magical force that goes to encompass him to be able to talk, it just disintegrates him. He turns to dust.
Hello? Hello? Bad connection.
What a shame. Do you think, was he one of the others?
Other or what?
You know, non-human.
Was he non-human?
Who's human?
No, he was one of us. And I nudge you. One of the good ones.
Yeah.
But that was all right. I look around into the windows of the other houses. There are people looking at it. We just burned this house down and dragged out a dead body and incinerated it on the front porch.
You don't see a soul in sight. The house is still on fire. There's buildings next to it. No one is coming out to try and put it out.
They have a reason for fleeing from us.
I have a quota, and God's damn it, I am going to stick to it. I go to the next house.
Are you sure?
Knock on the door with my glass. Hello?
No one.
Well, there was someone at that tower. Maybe we can talk to him.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Okay. I start to very slowly hobble over, and then I get tired after 10 steps and ask you, can you pick me up again?
Yes, but can we do it my way?
I just look at you, turn my head like a confused beagle.
I will get down to my knees. You can hear more popping.
Up on.
I just crawl on.
Roll in acrobatics.
Oh, Jesus. 7.
You get on backwards, so you straddle him, and your crotch is now in your face.
Are you
This is your way.
are you comfortable?
You get to be as old as me or never truly comfortable. Right in your face.
No reaction.
Well,
Let's go.
As you make your way towards the ivory tower, as you notice, the closer you get and the closer to the light, you just see spurts of green, little bits of grass in the dirt. As you are probably about 100 feet away from the ivory tower, it's just a circle of green grass, trees, birds flying from tree to tree. The tower is just breathtaking.
wow, this looks a lot different from what I'm used to.
This is the product of taking good care of the things that you have. Let this be an example of what good work ethic can do. You can let me down.
Sure. Is this what your home looks like?
Like this tower?
Like,
No.
you like more color?
Yeah, like grass?
Yeah, grass.
You haven't seen grass?
Not used to it.
Huh. I start walking toward the tower.
Okay.
I walk up to the door, if there is a door.
Huge wooden door, well taken care of, huge metal handles. It reminds you of the doors to a great hall.
Well, compensating. Then I knock on the door with my glass bottle. It breaks a little bit in my hand.
The doors slowly open in.
Hello? Hello?
I guess this is our entrance.
You can... I'll follow.
Of course.
Just in case.
I will take the first steps inside. Can I see anything first, or is it complete darkness once
I
the doors
cast
open?
guidance on him as he enters.
As the doors open, it's strange because it doesn't look as if there's anything in the room. But as soon as you cross the plane and take the first step in, you just see marble furniture, ferns, pictured like ancient Greece looking type of architecture within the inside.
Can I turn around immediately crossing the plane before Paul has stepped inside? What do I see outside?
You see Paul, standing there still within the green, lush-looking area outside.
Okay.
Then I walk inside. Oh. It's very nice.
Very busy.
In the center of the tower, you see it's a waterfall. If you look up, you can't see the beginning. It's just you see water falling down. Within the tower, there's a circle staircase, and you hear footsteps coming down.
Hello? I'm here to talk about your soul.
Paul, I've been watching you for many, many moons.
Oh, and your brother.
No, we are not brothers. Jack, you look wonderful. Such a wonderful sight of science and of what the human mind is capable of.
Science?
I'm very smart.
Say something smart.
I point to the waterfall.
I am agoraphobic.
Isn't agoraphobia, isn't that fear of the outside? Am I thinking?
Did I get it wrong?
I thought agoraphobia.
I don't like water.
I might have gotten the word wrong.
Agoraphobia is a fear of places and situations that might cause panic, helplessness, and embarrassment.
I am afraid of that as well.
Aquaphobic.
Aquaphobic.
Jack, I believe you were thinking of aquaphobia.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I didn't finish that lesson.
Who are you?
My name is Hades.
Do you have time to talk about your soul?
I do, but you both do not. For when you've been welcomed into this land, in order to make it back home, you must travel to the Cave of Tomorrow and each find an artifact. Once you have achieved acquiring your artifact, you bring it back to me, and I will show you the way home.
What's happening to all the people here?
They've been residents here for many, many years.
It's like a retirement community?
One could say that.
I came from one of those.
80. Did you put it in the room?
I did not put you in the room. I am merely a shepherd to guide you in the direction, to guide you home.
Insight check. 19.
He's telling the truth.
I believe him.
He has a proof and a very nice home.
This is true.
Your home showcases the effect of a very good work ethic, and I can respect that. You don't see that so much with the newer generations. So this cave, where?
Why?
How?
When? Oh, tomorrow.
Where, you ask? Once you leave the tower, travel north through the forest. Once you clear the forest, you will find a lake. And from the lake is a small tributary that leads into the cave of tomorrow.
I'm just imagining Ashley's up there listening to all of us making noises at each other.
Can you protect us, or give anything to us that can assist us on our way? As you can see, I am quite old.
I look around his house. What is immediately close to us that looks nice?
A nice vase that's...
Are there any busts?
Are there any what?
Busts. Smaller sculptures.
Yeah.
Or some boobies.
There is a small bust.
I would like that. It will help. If you want that, you can take it, but keep in mind it's...
I walk over and I pick the bust up, and in its place I leave the broken bottle with my blood.
That's very heavy. I see that.
I drop it.
How tall are you?
I don't know. I'm hunched over, so we're going to say like 5'6", maybe.
It falls and the nose breaks off.
I take the rest of it. Is it any lighter? I continue to drop it until a large enough piece breaks off where it's still pretty decently sized, but enough for me to carry.
So what ends up happening, you drop it so many times that the face falls off.
Except the nose, which is already gone.
The nose is gone, but there's a face, and everything
grab.
else is shattered.
I take the face.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Could we get a physical description of 80s?
Oh, yeah.
80s is about 6 foot long, flowing white hair. He's in a white robe. His sunken eyes. He's been around for a long time. You can tell that he's tired. He walks with a staff. Picture again off the white. You don't see the glimmer in his eye. He's just there.
In what direction from this tower do we walk? North. To the forest. To the forest. Then once you get through the forest, you come to a lake. And a tributary. And then a tributary. And then the cave of tomorrow. I do have one more question before I go. Why won't I die?
He ignores the question and says,
I would like to give you a piece of advice. You must reflect within yourself, think about your past transgressions, and overcome them. I will do my best. I do have my memory. I do have one more thing. And I'm going to say this right before I leave. When we were at the bar, there was a bartender there named Swiper. He told me that he was coming here to kill you. Then I walk out. As I walk out, I'm going to cast Sending to Swiper. This is Paul. We met before. Hades would like to see you at his tower. He asks that you bring a broken bottle and a mean face.
there is nothing on the other end.
Yep, so I just left. So it's just you and Hades left in the tower.
I will also walk out and I just want to take a quick peek behind immediately after leaving the tower.
So you cross the plain.
Across the plain, I want to try to look back through.
It's just dark. It's almost, and actually after you cross the plain, the doors slowly close by themselves, and all you can see is just a shadow. But it's almost like magic.
Now, what if I just keep doing hopscotch, going back in and out?
You have a seizure.
The doors close on me.
You just see.
As you're walking out, you see me holding up this face of the sculpture, and I'm just like looking up at it, and like just admiring.
I'm going to start to jog.
Oh, wait up! Oh, right.
I did not get very far. Now I know I've mentioned a couple things to some other people, but I didn't think to talk to you. Are you saved?
I don't know.
Well,
What could you tell me?
well,
I get my card out. But instead of the glass bottle, I'm now holding up this face. The face is facing you as I'm reading this.
hello, sir.
I go over my spiel.
If you agree to follow this guy, then you will be given powers like this.
And I cast thaumaturgy to make the doors of the tower behind me, if I can, to get them to just either open or close or slam or move in some way behind me. It's a magical tower, so I don't know if I can.
Nothing happens.
But I act like it did. So I just continue with my spiel.
If you agree to pledge your allegiance and your soul to this god, then you'll be given powers, and then if you find maybe 5 other people and you tell them about the god and you give them powers, then you'll get more powers, and your soul and their souls will be saved.
Some kind of like group?
Yes, it's a new religion. I went to a camp.
We're at this point, we're walking now toward the north.
I went to a camp for 2 weeks. They trained me on how to be
Pull up the robe a little.
like a cleric. I thought I was signing an insurance policy, but it turned out to be a contract. And now I have a quota to fill. Gotta get some people to join. So if you could join, that'd be nice. So then I can go home.
I'm interested.
Pull out another piece of paper.
Can you sign your name here? Thank you. Just your name, just on that paper.
There's a lot of fine print.
Do you mind if I sign after we're finished?
My face drops a little.
Yeah, that's fine here.
Put it away.
Just think about it. You can do really cool stuff, like what I just showed you.
Did I see that face real quick on the way?
My face?
The other one.
Your face.
Give me it.
I'm still holding it.
Looking at the face of the bust, do I recognize it at all?
These brownies are too good. We shouldn't have them here.
Roll an insight check.
9.
With it being dropped so many times and being disfigured, you can't quite pinpoint it, but even though there's no clear details in the eyes, just this little bit of facial feature looks familiar to you. But you can't quite put your tongue on it.
Please don't put your tongue on it. Do not like that face. Do not like that face.
Never mind. Here you go. You can have it back.
You can keep it if you want. Do you have anything to trade me?
I mean,
How about your mask?
I have something else I could show you.
A mask for a mask.
No.
What else do you have?
I have this. I pull out bagpipes.
Oh,
I reach into my bag and I pull out a
I can even play them.
I put them up, and I'm like an old man who's like severely out of breath.
Performance with advantage.
Okay.
A 6.
I got an 8.
You're also playing.
Mine doesn't.
I'm sorry. My face is figured. I just remember to keep the mask on.
So long as it's a human face.
Of course.
And I put the bagpipes back.
If you find anything cool, let me know. Let us go.
Do you need a ride?
I crawl on top of Jack.
What way?
Whatever way he'll take me.
I'll get back down on my knees.
Are you approaching the front or the back?
The front, and I'm going for a fireman's carry. Because I'm going to fall over his shoulder. Let him carry me like that. And then I put my arms on his back, cradle my head.
You approach the forest. You see a mix of dead trees, large vegetation, and as you follow along the path, you hear something in the distance. So if each of you could roll a perception.
14.
14.
So you both hear. That's some good eating.
I hear something in the distance.
I do too. Can we check it out?
It sounds weird. It doesn't sound human.
Can we eradicate them?
I mean, I'm pretty old. Maybe we should just go around. They can't be trusted.
I agree. We should at least get a view.
I slap him on the back and cast guidance.
Just try to be very quiet, and I'll stay up here and keep an eye out on your 6. I'll watch your back.
As you approach the noise, you see a group of 5 orcs eating a dead animal, not cooked, as if they just killed it, and they're just shoveling it into their mouth. And one of them is to the front, and he's playing. He's singing as an orc would sing, and it sounds something like this, along with a little bit of instruments. And that just goes on and on as he's there behind them, as they're just devouring the dead animal. He's serenading them.
Human music?
No. What we created was human music. This is an abomination. What do you think we should do? You know what?
Are they continuing to sing?
The one is
Like it's just continuing and it's terrible?
terrible to you.
Is it as bad for you as it is for me?
Yes. It is making it hard to focus.
Well,
Too much coming in.
I'm sorry. There's maybe something I can do about that. Stand still for a second.
I cast deafness on him and on myself. I deafen the both of us. two more spell slots down.
But wait, we still make sound, don't we?
We do. And then once it's really quiet, I say to you,
Now we can't hear them anymore!
What?
I said
I think it worked!
So let's be very quiet and get around them. They're pretty stupid. They won't see us.
Lord, I think these hard foliage should cover our tracks.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Not that you can hear anything, but you feel a rock, just a little pebble, hit you in the back.
Which is near my face.
Watch yourself.
I didn't hear it. Did I see the rock?
Oh yeah, you're facing behind. You see one of the orcs walk up, the one that was singing, and he's just throwing rocks at you.
I'm going to continue moving.
Yeah, I'm going to slap him on the booty to get him to go faster.
Oh, okay.
I will increase my gait.
I think they might have heard us.
Oh no. Where?
You can't hear me. You can't see my face move.
No, I'm just...
We can't read each other's lips.
I'm just blinders on. I'm going straight.
A javelin comes whipping past you and lands, and gets stuck in the tree in front of you.
I'll...
But it's not as if you see it, but you don't hear anything still. So you see you have the blinders on. So roll a perception.
19.
Yeah, you see the javelin come whipping past you, get stuck in the tree.
I reach into my bag for something useful, but like I'm kind of rooting around behind me, and my hand falls into my rust bag of tricks, and I reach inside and I pull out a small fuzzy object. And I don't know if you want to roll or if I want to roll, but it could be any kinds of things, but it's based on a D8.
A D8.
Yeah. It's friendly to me and my companions.
3.
A mastiff. I pull a mastiff out of my whack. I can use my action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When it lands, it transforms into a creature that is determined by the D8. And it just follows the monster listings. It's friendly to me, and it acts on my turn. And yeah, I just throw a mastiff at the orc. Defend us!
The mastiff lands, looks back, looks at you, and then he sees you, and he starts chasing. Sees you running or moving pretty quickly, so he thinks you're playing. So he's running after you.
So this dog's just following us now.
Did Paul see the javelin?
I wouldn't have. I mean, I don't think I would have.
Yeah,
it was like in front.
He would have had to.
I was kind of busy.
Okay. I'm going to cast Step of the Wind. I'm going to dash. I'm now moving at 80 feet.
So does that work when when you're holding a person? Do you both move, or do you just go and I fall?
Dash of the Wind, I thought, was almost like Misty Step. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't fall because you're essentially like attached to his person. You're like
okay.
You're like a backpacker.
Okay, makes sense. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
After seeing this creature start to chase after me, I can't discern what it wants, and it's just another input that I cannot take right now. So I'm just trying to book it.
At 80 feet for your speed, you guys are booking it. The orcs weren't interested. You went away. They had enough food that they were eating. The mastiff was running after you for quite some time, but got tired, and
it's going to be another meal for the orcs.
He looks around, kind of whimpers, and then
goodbye,
starts
Odie.
to just spin around and just lays down, puts his head on the ground, just looking around. Looks very sad and alone.
You were a good boy.
What a horrible beast.
You don't see him. You're running ahead. He's behind us.
I think to myself.
And the deafness only lasts for a minute, so maybe around this point it's gone. So just halfway through, just stay out and oh, okay.
Oh, I guess we're all good now. Are you all right?
Yeah, one of those filthy little things was coming toward us throwing rocks, but I sent a dog after him.
A what?
Like a dog, like an animal. They bark.
A hairy
Bark,
thing?
bark. You ever seen a dog?
It looked horrible.
My stomach's hurting. Can you put me down?
Yes.
Where are we?
I was going to say, you, after making a beeline away from the dog, you come to the edge of the lake. Calm waters. You can see fish jumping out, wildlife all surrounding it, deer over coming to get a drink of water, birds flying. It just is it's peaceful. And at the far end, you see a cave.
I don't like it here.
So there was the lake and then a tributary.
You
And
can
then a
see,
cave. Okay.
yeah, you can see it going.
So it's not like this is a second cave that we would.
What was that?
This is. We suspect this is the cave we're looking for, not like a second cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there, you see from the lake, there is a small stream that goes.
Okay.
Well, I think we've arrived. What time is it, do you think?
It's cloudy.
It's cloudy o'clock.
What a wonderful time. I'm ready to get inside.
I'm tired. I think I need to take a nap.
Okay.
Does it sound at this point or look like we've been followed, or it looks like the orcs have completely gone off our trail?
The orcs have completely gone off your trail.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I start pulling all my stuff out, like right here, to set up to sleep.
I'll do the same then.
We should take turns keeping watch. Do you mind taking first watch?
No, that is fine with
Thank
me.
you. I will see you in 8 hours.
Then I go to sleep.
Okay.
I will sit cross-legged, facing
For 8 hours.
Paul, staring intently the entire time, not moving.
As you're sitting there, the wildlife is moving around you. It's all just kind of looking strangely at you. You hear a rustle over to the right of you.
I immediately stand up. Again, multiple pops as I rush up. Do I see anything? Can I
You see
perceive
a
anything?
bush kind of shaking.
I will walk over to it.
Anyone there?
More rustling. It's coming closer.
Don't get new clothes.
I am going to wait to see if it comes out of the brush.
How close are you to the brush?
5 feet away.
It's coming closer. It's coming closer. And out of the bushes jumps the mastiff. And he jumps onto you and he just starts licking your face.
I unarmed strike. Since I'm on the ground, I can roll disadvantage if you prefer.
Yeah, roll disadvantage.
Natural 1.
You go to punch, but you pet it. And it licks you more and it actually licks off your mask.
I will.
And it stops and looks at you.
I push the mastiff off and immediately grab the mask and put it back on.
With it being off of you, it kind of spins around and just looks up at you and just drool just slobbering out of it. It wants to play. It's not aggressive towards you at all.
Interesting. Maybe you are one of the the others.
Is there a stick nearby?
There are branches nearby that you can break off.
I'd like to break one off, see if the Mastiff is interested at all.
It perks up right away, kind of gets down close to the ground, and it's ready. Its eyes are focused right on the stick.
I will reach back and toss it closer to where Paul is at. Not trying to hit him, but just trying to get the creature near our area.
Is it past Paul or before Paul?
We'll say past Paul, closer to the lake.
Runs through me, tramples me on the way.
It makes just a hard sprint. This huge beast is just charging closer and closer to Paul. It sees Paul there and jumps over. But when it lands, it kicks up a bunch of dirt behind it, and it all scatters and hits you, scatters some of your stuff. Goes and picks up the stick, turns around, and is kind of, throwing it up and is running back towards you, dragging the stick kind of in the ground. And as he goes to jump over you again,
34 points of damage.
no, it runs and the stick ends up, it just kind of rushes up against you. Does no damage, but it's enough to just kind of move you.
Yeah, and then I just roll over, fall back to sleep, just reposition. Old people will sleep through anything.
My bad, Paul. I guess it hasn't been 8 hours yet.
I will. Do we know how long it's been? Really, is this like immediately after I sit down?
It was probably about 2 hours.
I will continue playing with the dog for the next 6 hours until it gets tired.
It dies of exhaustion.
Do you name it?
No.
Playing with this dog, as you recently learned is the name of it, he doesn't get tired. The whole 6 hours that you're playing, do you ever throw the stick? Where do you continue to throw the stick?
Any area that it seems interested
In
in.
the water. It goes in the water and melts.
The stick?
Both.
Yeah, I mean, I'll toss it in the water wherever it seems most interested.
It jumps into the water, swimming around. You just see bubbles coming up. But as you're waiting for it to return, some time goes by and you don't see it. You don't hear it.
Dog. Maybe it's taking a rest?
Right then, emerging from the water is the dog with a huge fish in its mouth. And it comes forward and just drops it at your feet.
Interesting.
I will inspect it for a second and pick the fish up.
Roll animal handling.
10.
Are you close to the water?
Yeah, wherever the dog has dropped it, I will immediately try to pick it up.
You pick up the fish and go to inspect it, and it slaps you in the face with its tail, and you drop it. And the dog just goes and kind of snorts and looks up at you and then jumps back into the water. And another couple seconds go by, and it brings a smaller fish for you and drops it, and then just looks at you very intently.
You want to play with this?
I want to try to pick the smaller one up and fling it back in the water.
Probably getting you guys food. You just chucked it away.
Fuck your hard work.
It looks up at you again
like, fuck this guy.
It doesn't jump into the water. It slowly turns around and just walks in. Just kind of doesn't even get completely underwater. It's just right there looking around. Kind of hits it around and pulls up like a little sunny and brings it up, drops it off, and goes and kind of nibbles on it.
I'll try to reach again. Does it bite back at all?
No, it's just looking very intently at you. Like, as you get closer, it's getting more excited.
I'll pick it up again. I turn around first. Is Paul still sleeping?
Yeah. It's been about 6 hours now.
I'll pull my mask off and just mash the fish into my face. And I look at the dog as I'm doing it the whole time, just to get...
It's very happy.
I just keep over and over.
And then it opens its mouth a little bit.
I'll hand it.
And it just skips off a little. Down gullet. And then it runs over to Paul and nudges you.
Stop. It hasn't been 8 hours.
More.
Yes.
I throw my mask back on.
I know it's not dying, but it found this.
A fish.
Yes.
Thank you. I pulled the face of the busk, and I set it down next to the fish, and then I grab the fish to replace it, and then I go back to sleep.
I will pick the face up and put it on my person.
Where on your person?
I mean, if I have a pocket in my cloak,
Yeah.
because I didn't plan on having a bag.
Yeah. The dog is very happy. You can tell that you did what it wanted it to, and it enjoyed the time that it spent with you, but it sighs and just, and then he turns around, goes and nudges up against you, and then walks into the forest. With the companionship that you established with dog, you feel something in your chest, something that you're not familiar with. And you go down a level.
Damn it. As I feel this and the dog walks into the brush, I will call out.
Oh, dog, where are you going?
And I will take a couple steps into the brush, hoping that it turns around.
It's calm.
I fold my knees, and I am unable to process what is going on. I will walk back over to Paul and again sit cross-legged and watch him for the remaining 2 hours.
That was a very restful sleep. Ready to go?
Yes.
All right. Let me get my holy symbol.
I pick up the fish, hold it close to me.
Let's go to this cave.
Roll a nature check.
12.
Even though you're putting the dead fish into your pocket, you smell fish coming from Jack.
You smell fishy.
Fishy?
Yes. I have a very keen nose.
I had some with the dog earlier.
The dog came back. I don't see him.
It left.
Well, here, I reach into my bag of it was 3 times a day. If you want to roll another D8.
1.
A rat. There, it's basically the same thing. Let's go.
Small dog.
Oh, yes, they don't bite as much.
I pick up a nearby stick and present it to the small dog.
It just looks at you. It's frightened.
I throw the stick towards the lake.
It scurries off away from you and away from the stick towards the cave.
Broken dog.
It just needs trained.
Let's get up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he'll join.
Over. We go to the cave.
It jumps into the tributary and is taken into the cave.
I will approach the cave if Paul does not need assistance.
I need assistance. No, don't go too far.
Does it look like there's room for us to maneuver around where the water goes into the cave, or do we have to take the tributary into?
There is enough room for you to go single file.
I'll be right behind you.
I touch him and I cast guidance.
Do we have anything to, light? Oh, I might have something, actually.
See me root through a couple things in my bag, and eventually I pull out a cylinder. It's kind of like red. It's got a wick on the top.
Now, as I mentioned before, I have the ability through my god to do magic.
And then I use thaumaturgy to light the top of the wick of the cylindrical thing that I'm holding.
Lead the way. Actually,
How much light is it giving on?
Just like a flicker.
it's not very strong, but it'll get better when it gets darker. You lead, I'll be right behind you. Unless you want it.
That's all right. Hold on. Follow me.
And I will walk into the cave, but not before turning back.
I have mind ready as well.
And as I enter, the red light appears again. Not big, but enough to let me travel safely.
Well, I wonder what that could...
The dynamite goes off.
Oh my god. You get blasted. You're far enough away, but you're holding it and it blasts you out of the cave and you're laying like on the bank of the tributary.
Oh!
Well.
What? Paul, are you okay?
That was the wrong candle.
I reach into my bag and pull out a candle.
What? You're gonna do it again?
This one looks slightly different. It's just white with a wick at the top.
You think you could light this one?
I put it back in my bag.
I'll just follow your light.
Did that kill me?
Yeah.
Do I roll up again?
I'm almost of half mind to just jump into the water and just drown.
See, I think I'm more stuck in this place the more levels I go up. This is my theory. And the levels that you go down are the closer you are to, like, leaving.
I will, again, well, I guess I'm already in the cave, but wait for Paul to catch back up.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, seeing your step.
My clothes are, like, torn to shit. When I imagine too.
They're on fire, you just blew them up. There's a big gash. Yeah.
I see why you wanted the general store
As I get foot by foot deeper in, is there anything I can see?
As you get further into the cave, the tributary slowly gets smaller and smaller. The cave itself, it's been warped. It wasn't man-made. It was created from water erosion over the years. So you can see, little streams going forth where it's eroded. But it's a straight path slowly arching down. And what you can see after about 150 feet, 200 feet, and you're in complete darkness now, is a small cavern with a little pond. In the middle of the pond, a white glowing tree.
Well, at least it's white.
I didn't expect that.
The cavern itself also, as you have been going down, it opens up and it's about 30 feet high. It's a very large opening.
Is there the ceiling? Is it completely covered in stone, or is there like a light source at all? Or is the light source just from the tree?
It's just from the tree. But yeah, there's stalactites, stalagmites, stalactites.
Tights are on the ceiling, mites are on the floor.
Stalactites on the ceiling.
I'm gonna take a look at this tree.
Hobble over to the tree.
The tree is in the middle of the pond.
As I'm walking over to the pond, I cast Water Walk, and I walk on the water through the tree. So, and what you notice is it seems like I'm channeling whatever energy that I have through the fish that I'm holding. And that seems to be like a spell component almost. Like I'm using it as a holy symbol. So I'm using it to channel my ability to walk on water, which is weird because it's a fish. And
80 said we should each have some artifact. Let me know if you see anything on the tree.
I think that you might be able to walk on this water as well. Give it a shot. Old chap.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
And I will try to walk on the water. I take my first step.
it also works on him. Up to 10 willing creatures within 30 feet of me.
You begin to walk on the water. No problem.
That is another power granted by the god that I follow.
I take my first step and immediately walk back.
I continue walking to the tree.
As you approach the tree, you feel happy. There's just a pleasant aurora that comes from the tree that just overcomes you. Roll investigation.
Natural 1.
You decide as you get close to the tree to just sit down and lay your back up against it.
I'm going to rest.
Again?
I'm old.
I mean,
Keep
again.
looking over there, and I will talk to you when I'm ready.
All right, I'll wake you up to fight Minnie. Okay.
Can I take a look around the rest of the cavern? Is there anything else piquing my interest besides the tree?
Roll an investigation.
8.
As you look around, you don't see anything around the cavern, but something is almost drawing you to the tree.
Well, Jack, guess you gotta nut up or shut up.
I will hesitantly walk across the water and reach the tree.
There's Paul sleeping against the tree. As you go around the backside, there is a hole in the tree. And inside is a glowing rock.
Do I feel anything being in next to the tree?
Even though you feel something, it's not something that you've felt before, similar to when you were saying goodbye to Dog.
Different from the pressure in the chest.
Different from the pressure in the chest.
Okay.
It's more of just kind of calming.
Oh, I think I found something.
Open my eyes and look at him. Yes.
It looks like there's something in the tree.
I stand up, bones, joints popping, and I look to see where he's looking. It's just a glowing thing.
When you look in, you see not a rock, but you see next to it almost a glowing orb.
Should I grab the rock? Or do you want to?
So there's a rock and an orb.
There's a rock and orb. Yeah.
Oh, I see both.
Yeah, you see both.
Oh, okay.
You can get the smaller one. Thank you for seeing this.
Of course.
I'm just going to reach straight into the hole and try to grab the rock.
Roll a Arcana.
Is it too late for me to cast guidance on him?
Go ahead.
You can add a +4.
Thank you, because that is now a 14.
You know what?
That was a very low roll.
Skill checks are ability checks, right?
Sure.
Sure. You can add a D4.
Yep, that's a 13.
You reach in and you grab the rock, and it feels right holding it in your hand. You feel as if you are feeling more complete. When you bring it closer to you, you can feel the wirings and all the mechanical aspects of you actually working more efficiently. What do you do with it?
I guess I'll throw it inside my cloak. Try to keep it as close as I can.
How do you feel?
Wonderful.
You don't sound right.
I feel right. How about you try?
I reach in and grab the orb.
You
Die.
Oh, not again.
you also roll an Arcana.
15.
So as you pick it up, it feels as if it's something that you had forgotten. And memories slowly flash back, and you remember that this is the holy symbol,
Like one that I previously lost?
the original.
Oh! I put my fish in the tree.
It disintegrates.
I take a step back with the orb.
How do you feel?
It's kind of like I lost a watch or something and found it. I feel good, but I feel bad for having not had this in the first place. Let's get back.
At that time, you feel a rumbling, and at the entrance where you just came from comes a humongous dog with not one, not two, but 3 heads. It's fur is white, or its fur is black, but it has a little bit of a mane, and that's white hair. It's not aggressive towards you, but it's watching both of you.
I look for a stick.
I tap him on the back, cast guidance, then hide behind the tree.
You look first.
Can I rip a stick off the tree?
You can. You throw it towards it.
Dog!
The two heads are still looking at both of you, but one of the heads kind of looks at it, and it almost looks like a toothpick compared to it, so it's not very interested.
Well, that's strange. You're... Paul?
Yes?
That dog didn't do what the other dog did.
I don't know. Not all dogs are good dogs.
Behind the tree.
I tried talking to it. You're doing great.
Dog!
And then there's water between us and it.
Dog! Come here.
Slowly comes closer, step by step, until it's at the edge of the water.
I'm going to approach as well from the other side. I don't take a step in the water just yet.
The one in the center snorts at you.
Paul, it might want to play.
You're doing great.
Do I still have water walking?
It's good for an hour.
I will reach a hand out and start to walk across the water.
As he's doing that, I go kind of at an angle, creeping to get to the other side, but like to the cave's like edge, like to the rock on the cave's edge.
As you slowly approach it, it's almost happy to see you.
I'm going to attempt to pet the middle one.
Puts its head down and lets you pet it.
Good dog. Maybe these aren't too bad. Paul, I think it likes us.
Try leading it away.
I will...
Or just away from the entrance.
That one is still being pet by you, but the other two are watching you very intently.
Hello, puppy. You are a good boy.
Just kind of look at each other and look back at
You're
you.
good boys. I'm
just gonna slowly start walking toward it with my hand out.
I'm just an old man. I want to pet you, and then I want to go and leave. You're not gonna be bad.
Walk over. Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Roll a animal handling.
14.
As you approach it, you pet it, and it welcomes your advances. Raises its head, walks through the water, and the middle dog goes and bites the tree and uproots it, and then walks back and drops it in front of both of you.
Strong dog.
Good boy. We can't move this, though. You can play with that for now.
I'm gonna start walking out.
I will attempt to pick up the tree to throw it for the dog. I imagine I get not even a centimeter. So, sorry, boy. Maybe find a fish.
So you didn't try.
I started walking.
You just... It sees you try to play with it. And all three of the dogs just kind of look back and forth at each other. And they all kind of nod together. And they turn around. You go down a level.
You're doing okay in there, Jackie boy?
I don't know. I feel better, but...
Well, good luck. We should head back. Gotta get back to the 80s.
I accept that I am not able to play with a dog, so I will follow Paul back to the entrance of the cavern.
I get to the entrance of the cavern, and I reach into my rust bag, and I pull out another fur ball.
2.
Ah, it's an owl. It's literally just an owl, so it just takes off. Well, you can go play. Actually, I can do 3 a day, so I'm going to pull out one more.
6.
A giant boar. Go in and play. And then I start like quick hobbling away. Like old man running.
I am entranced. When the flying dog comes out, I am in amazement and just watch as it leaves.
I get it.
And then the big angry dog, I will see what it does with the 3-headed dog.
The owl flies in and it lands on one of the heads of the dog. And the wild boar also runs in. They're being very, very friendly.
I'm just walking. I don't even see the interaction. I just go.
I'll accept our new friends have each other and will follow Paul.
When he catches up to me, and he will.
Can you carry me?
Yes.
All of that running back there took a lot out of me. It's been a long day.
You really need to see a doctor or something, but yeah.
I'm very old. I'm very old. Again, I just climb, this time like into his arm, like someone's holding a baby.
And this time I am fully capable of holding you. When we near the exit, is it like dark out at this point?
Still cloudy. It almost seems like no time has passed.
I make no notice of it. To me, it seems normal.
Being close to him like this, and I'm kind of looking up at him, can I make out anything behind the mask he's wearing?
Can he?
Yeah, now that you're close enough, you can see a couple small, very dim lights inside the mask. You can tell there's no shape of the front of the mask. It doesn't contour to anything, it's just flat.
I've never seen...
Little bits of fish are also like scales.
I've never seen anything quite... We've got to know each other, Jack.
I'd say so, Paul.
I feel like I can't truly trust a man until I've seen his face. Will you show me yours? Just a request from an old man.
Can I ask for a roll? Like, can I ask for persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll try to persuade you. 18.
I will continue carrying you with one arm. As with the other, I begin to pull the mask off. For an instant, you can see complete black. Just a sheer. But then, as it comes off, a face is formed. Just a bald man.
Normal looking man.
Normal looking bald man.
White man.
That's up to you. I'm cool with whatever. What's Paul into?
But you look normal.
After taking the mask off.
Why do you wear it? I thought you said you were messed up.
It's strange. I usually am, but after taking that rock, I feel a lot better. I hope I didn't threaten you with my disfigurement at all.
Will you continue to wear it? Even looking okay?
No, I don't think I will.
I take the mask slowly.
It's very nice. Do you mind?
No. Please.
I tried
So
on.
you asked.
I did ask. And I put it on my face for like half a second.
Amazing.
Thank you.
With you go down a level.
Oh, fucking A.
Yes.
So I also, as I'm taking the mask, I'm trying to find a spot for it in my clothes. So I pull out the orb and I hand it to you. And then I put the mask in the spot that the orb was in.
I will take the orb in my empty hand. Do I feel anything?
No.
I will just hold on to it until he is all set.
I seem to completely forget about the orb. I hand it to him. I put the mask in its place, and I just
You go back up a level.
Paul, would you like this back?
What? Oh, I lost this. It was very nice.
It's very shiny.
Oh, yeah. Give it to me when we get back, so I don't have to hold it, because I'm old.
Of course. I will throw it in a different cloak pocket.
Then we just continue back to the tower.
Oh, I also have no eyebrows or facial hair. Completely bald face.
That's not normal.
Just because of the attack.
Is that a condition? What attack?
A fight. Long time ago. It's been so long, but I was trying to help my brother escape from a prison of sorts.
You are a criminal?
No. Your
brother was a criminal?
No, he was wrongfully charged. I hope you can trust
On
me.
what charges?
Treason. I was able to get him out, but I was badly burnt, and you can't see his neck. They stabbed me.
Treason against whom? Against what?
The kingdom of styrofoam.
Is your brother I lean in close. Communist?
No.
Revolutionary?
No. He was part of
An activist?
No. He was a part of their...
There is an
guard.
order to things.
He was part of their guard.
What level are you?
6.
You go up one more level.
What is going on? Where are you from? Tell me more about you. Give me a level. I'm level 1.
I'm also from the kingdom of Styrofoam. It's the only kingdom I've ever known. But I've been traveling a lot lately, trying to find people for my list.
Have you gotten anyone?
You?
I didn't agree completely, but...
Yes, I've spoken to maybe 150 some people. I have 7 signatures here. According to my contract, I have either 7 years of doing this or another 1,993 names to get on this list.
Who's the contract from?
It's one they gave to all of us.
All of who?
The new clerics.
Of styrofoam?
Well, I was at a retirement community, and there was an ad in our paper promising 2-week getaway at what I thought was a lake resort.
For 2,000 signatures.
Well, I didn't know. I showed up, and they had me sign some papers, and I thought it was just the user agreement and an insurance policy, for damages. But then I signed, and my life has changed. So now we get signatures.
We were walking the whole time we were talking.
I'm still not completely trusting of Paul. I don't understand what his deal is. It's like my grandpa got pulled into something and is just going along with it.
Maybe I can convince this 80s guy to sign his name. Back me up when we get there. Please.
Anything to get you out of that contract, Paul.
You both make your way through the forest again. There's no signs of the orcs. There's no...
When we get close to where we saw them the first time, I'm going to spit on the ground.
No signs of dog. You continue to make your way back, and you can see the ivory tower in the distance. Once you get close, you're right in front of the doors. Do you, Jack, give Paul the glowing orb?
Paul, it seems like we're here. Would you like your orb back?
My orb.
I'll pull back out this.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Of course.
I take it.
Go down low.
Paul, 80s, had mentioned he wants it back. I don't know if I can give him mine.
Why?
It makes me feel whole.
Do you know what else would make you feel whole? Would fill that... what's missing in your life?
If we can get off this, give me
See, I'm actually looking down at my card.
Just trying to read.
If you feel like you're missing out, or a piece of you is missing...
Give me the parchment, Paul. I'll sign.
Thank you.
This time I do pick it up, and I do sign Jack.
If you are not comfortable giving it over, I can give it over for you, if that would help.
No, Paul. I'm not planning on giving it.
So, how do you plan on returning home?
I don't know if I need to.
This place sucks.
Not to me.
So are you going in? Think he'll be mad?
I hope he'll understand.
Mm-hmm.
I want to cast Sending, but do I have to speak out loud in order to say it, in order to send it? I guess it says for components that it's verbal, so I imagine I have to say it out loud.
If it is verbal, then
Okay, yeah, I see that on here.
I always pictured it as like either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hears the message in its mind, but I think I still have to say it. Are we right at the tower now?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a lap around just to see if there's anything special around. You stay right here, and we'll be back.
I
Okay.
start to hobble around the tower, and once he leaves view, I'm going to send a message to 80s.
It is Paul. I wanted to let you know that we're here, but Jack might not want to give you what he found. Don't blame me. Okay, bye.
And I walked around the rest of the tower to go to the entrance.
While you were walking around, I was just fiddling with my rock the entire time.
Well, there was nothing back there. just more tower and grass.
I'm sorry you didn't find anything. Are you ready to head in?
After you.
I will approach the double doors.
Doors open up, and inside, once you clear the plane, is Hades.
Welcome back. I see that you've both gathered your artifacts. Come with me. We must make it to the top of the tower.
Stairs?
Yes, lots of stairs.
Do you have any kind of magical device that can allow me to transcend these stairs without use of my legs?
No, it's the pilgrimage that we must make.
I look at Jack.
I just give you the eyes like, oh, buddy. I look back up and see the endless water.
I pat on the shoulder and he pats the and then I just like make myself small, like ready to get picked up.
I look over at him. I go to throw him over my shoulder again.
Do you pick him up?
Yeah. I'll look over at 80s too and gesture to the other shoulder.
You're not like a big guy, are you?
6'2".
Okay.
I mean, not muscly, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
No, I'm quite all right. I've made this pilgrimage many times. Come, it must be hasteful.
I will follow with heavy clunk.
You're
as I
doing great.
ascend.
Several strength checks
Yeah,
to the top.
roll strength.
They both fall and die.
15.
No problem. Once you get to the top of the stairwell, as it was circling around, when it comes to the top, there is a platform that leads out, but there's still an opening. And you can see you're almost to the ceiling, but it doesn't look like the water is just actually coming through. There's no concrete, tangible thing at the top. Just
There's no-
clouds, water.
No source.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The water is coming right at the end of the platform.
Welcome to the Tower of Dias. If you would come with me to the edge of the platform, you have both a decision to make. If you are worthy.
And he walks to the edge of the platform.
Well, you can put me down. Thank you.
Of course.
And I like rub my sternum as I get to the top. Ow. I walk to the edge of the platform.
I'll approach if there's room.
There's
Now, you've both gathered your artifacts. In order for you to go back home, you must be righteous, true to yourself, admit your flaws, and you must leap, and you will make it back home.
I feel like I will be okay, but before I go, I pull out the paper and the pen. Do you think you could sign this? Please.
My soul has been forsaken and saved many times. Your God is my God.
What is,
Look at the paper.
I look at the paper. Squint really hard.
Dias.
Oh, so what you're saying is you can't sign this paper because you follow him already. Well, that's unfortunate.
He's my brother.
Does that make you a god as well? You're a god who follows another god.
I don't follow him, but we are intertwined.
Being a god, do you have the power to get one out of a contract that they may have with another god?
Well, it's a leap of faith.
If you do that, I'll jump. I'll jump right now.
Go fucking do it.
Get me out. Get me out of this. What you asked us to retrieve. I pull out the orb. It's a holy symbol of Dias, right?
Yes, yes.
And what happens to this symbol?
It depends on his judgment of you. You've lost your sigil, holy symbol, many times. You can't seem to remember it, but now you found it.
I knew I was forgetting something.
Jack's eyes light up like there's something amazing to happen. Come on, man.
It's quite heavy to carry. I am an old man. Okay, all right. So, we do what? Then we give you a symbol and we jump, or we jump with it.
You jump with it. And if Dias proves you righteous, you'll make it back home.
And if not,
Well, there are far worse fates for you then.
oh,
A contract could be the least of your worries.
I'm going to pull my rock out. Is this my holy symbol?
This is something that you were missing, just as he was missing his holy symbol. The purpose of your travel was to find a missing part of you. And you both have found them. So now it is your choice to leap or to stay here in Gehenna.
Do I keep the rock after leaving?
Yes.
where is home for you? Back to styrofoam.
If I'm keeping the rock, it's back to styrofoam. This is all I needed.
Do either of you have anything you'd like to confess before you leave?
I do have one thing to admit. Hypothetically, I dropped my symbol off the edge while you were talking. Am I
I'm not going back down to grab it.
I am so sorry. Am I able to retrieve the symbol at the bottom? Hypothetically?
You can make the trip down there, but you must do it yourself.
It was just hypothetically. I have it right here. I mean, I did take this ring. I feel bad about it. But the owner doesn't need it. So...
What happened to the owner?
He burned himself. He got burnt. He's dust now.
How did he become dust?
I don't... Do you remember? There was lots of screaming.
There was
There was an explosion.
an explosion, and that's when I walked
That's
in.
right, yeah. Yeah, I killed him.
What?
Yeah.
Paul, what?
Yeah, it was an accident.
So you confessed to killing him on accident. Do you believe that it was an accident?
Yeah, I do.
You go down a level.
I feel weaker. I don't want to feel weaker.
This is a lot of discussion, but I believe it's time for both of you to make a choice. You can either travel back down these steps and live the rest of the time here in Gehenna, or you can make the leap and travel home if Dias permits.
If we continue to live here, the contract that I have, is it still in effect?
So with the contract,
It was basically like with a business. Like it was like with the institution of these clerics. So it wasn't actually with any god specifically, unless he was overseeing it.
Nothing to do with Dias at all.
Yeah, like it was just like his church essentially that had me sign this.
There is no Church of Dias here, just this temple.
Well, I'm going to hand you this,
The orb.
and it's been fun. Is there a quick way down that doesn't involve falling down off the side? My knees are quite bad.
No, you must just travel down the stairs.
Paul, you're not jumping?
I don't want to go back. Why? I have family back home, kids, grandkids. I have pictures, but they don't visit. I don't see them ever. They never visited me at the retirement home. And I don't have very many years left. Why would I want to waste them trying to convince people to join something that I don't believe in? If it makes you feel any better, and I pull the paper out that you'd signed, and just start ripping it into shreds, throw it off the side of the building, off the tower. There's nothing for me back there, but maybe there's stuff for you. I don't know.
Oh, Paul, it's been a pleasure. And I'm not going to try to convince you, but I have my own business that I need to attend to. I have more siblings. If you were interested, I'd gladly let you come along. But before you make a decision, I should confess as well. I will pull the rock back out of my cloak and set it on the nearby banister as you see my face fade away until it is complete darkness, sheer, with something you might have never seen, but multiple mechanisms, lights, sensors.
No. Oh, what? I don't... What are you?
What you see is something similar to the end of Daft Punk and Electroma.
Oh. What are you? You're no human I've ever seen.
I'm not. I am a warboard. I escaped. My siblings are other warforged and being used for violence. I need to help them.
You lied to me.
I'm not all trusting of you either.
I look from you to 80s.
You know about both of us.
I know everything.
If he does what you asked of him, you will help him.
He is nearly helping himself. I'm just a guide for those who are lost.
When you return to free the people you claim to be freeing, you'll kill people like me.
Only the ones that deserve it. There are not many. But I know who to go after.
I remove my rust pack and I drop it on the ground at your feet. This is just in case you get lonely along the way and you need a dog for companionship. I very, very slowly start going down the stairs to the tower. Very, very slowly.
Hades turns to you.
Well, Jack, it's now time for a decision. Will you jump? Are you righteous? Do you believe the Dais will prove to have faith in you and to be true?
I will pick up the pack that Paul set down and pick the rock back up off the banister. I've trusted myself so far. I'm ready. And I jump.
As you fall, and you see him jump and fall, you can't watch him go all the way to the bottom because it just, yeah. But as you're falling, you start to see images of your family, of your brethren. You see images of dog, of all the interaction that you've had with animals, and Paul, until finally you see the floor slowly approaching, and just as you're about to hit the bottom, your eyes open, and you're back in your home. You can feel in your pocket that the rock is there. The sack that was given to you from Paul is in your possession. But wherever you just were is gone. You're back to being where you back in Styrofoam.
I will reach into the pack. Do you need me to roll?
Let's see.
A mastiff.
I stay seated on the bed, just staring. I'm a little tired. A lot to process. I will take the rock out for now, set it on the table, and look at the dog.
I'll call you. Paul.
That was good.
That was fun.
That was really good.